What's going on, Internet? The Black Panther here, aka TBH, and beyond. So I'd like to welcome you guys back to the Game and Illuminaughty podcast. We are the Enlightened Gamers, and we're not done. That's how we made it to episode 131. Now, if you're watching this video, I can't talk. If we're watching the video version of the show at youtube.com/GI updates, another show is available on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon, and all other major podcast platforms if you prefer audio. Also, be sure to rate the show 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We need your 5-star rating on Apple and Spotify to help us push up in the algorithm and bring in new potential listeners to help grow the platform. Now, allow me to introduce you to my co-host. Now, according to Twitter user Acorn459, my first co-host has been putting in work in the court of law. You may have seen him battling in the courtroom with She-Hulk and Daredevil. UTX Public Defender the Don. Say what up to the people.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got cooked today. It was pretty hilarious. Shout out to Homeless and AB, because y'all are some menaces. I see what y'all are on right now. So I would just leave it at that. But we here. And apparently I have 1 million jobs now. So I embrace it. I'm getting money, I guess.
Yeah, you got cooked. Why don't you tell the people why you was dressed up? Why you got them headshots? What was you doing?
Oh man, that was professional. That was professional headshots from the Minnesota event that we went to. Shout out to Wisdom. They treated your boy good. Wish I could have stayed a little longer, but that was fun. But yeah, they had professional headshots and we had to dress up. It was a semi-formal event. So I dressed up. I ain't have on the tie though. I ain't have on the full suit, but y'all still cooked me. It was all in good fun though.
Yeah, JG did a vlog of the event of his time there, so make sure to check it out on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/GI updates. I also uploaded a vlog of my time at Comic-Con on my personal channel, The Black Okage. Check that out as well. Now it's time for my second co-host. He just recently hit platinum in Valorant due to his skills as a game developer. See, being a game developer helped him break down the game mechanics. Now break it down for the people, Ethos.
Yo, what up, everybody? I'm better than you. I got more money than you. Nah, I'm not gonna go that far. How's everybody doing? Y'all doing good?
You got more chicken than them too.
Got more chicken. Yeah, I got more chicken than y'all right now. I'm telling you, whatever you got in front of you, I got more chicken than you right now.
I still don't know how this man be eating so late, bro. I can't wait for your metabolism to.
He'll never die. He'll never die.
That shit gonna hit you hard because you're not used to eating healthy, bro. Oh my god.
They kept saying it was
this man Ethos gonna wake up one day. He gonna be 35 and he'll be like, "Is that a love handle? What the fuck?" I gotta work out.
More for women to grab on me with.
Hey, yo. Anyways, before we get into the show, we gotta talk about recent reveals, delays, as well as the freebies you'll be getting on each platform. So, first things first. Major delay, if you were unaware, Knights of the Old Republic, a remake was announced recently. That got delayed, and the worst part about it is the delay is indefinite. There's no idea of when this game will they'll be working on it or if it even come out. Apparently a couple of the higher ups got fired. That game has been put to a cold halt. You're a big KOTOR fan, Ethos. How you feeling about this?
I'm very sad. I'm never gonna get anything Old Republic ever again, man. Very sad. Very disappointed. They should just make my studio do it. I'd do it.
I'm actually upset about this too, because I actually was looking forward to it after I played a little bit of KOTOR on the phone for like a video we did for G4, and I was like, I understand why people love this game. I could see the blueprint for Mass Effect in KOTOR.
Yeah, it came from that.
Yeah. But I didn't want to beat the game. I wanted to wait till the remake came out. I just wanted to get a feel for it. So it sucks.
Question is,
go ahead.
How could they fuck it up? Like what did they do that was so bad that they was just like, nah, bro, just can this whole shit and delay it? Like what? How like I just don't get how like you already had a blueprint. It wasn't like you had to build a game from scratch. You already had like a story.
They were it's a remake, so they were building it from scratch.
Well, no, I mean that, but you know what I mean, right? Like if you're making a new,
they don't have to make the storyline from scratch.
Yeah,
but
like you already
the gameplay mechanics, they are doing that.
But here's the thing,
you have all the characters. Yeah,
you have the characters, lightsabers, like combat stuff. Like you can look at something already, like you can look at the old thing and take inspiration from it and make the new thing, right? Like, but still keep it similar, right? But it's like you at least have something, but you still ended up fucking it up. I I don't get that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Compared to like a new IP where you have nothing, you're just making shit up, like throwing it at a wall and see if it works.
According to the article, Asper's studio head told staff that the vertical slice wasn't where they wanted it to be, and the project would be paused indefinitely. So yeah, you're right. Like that means somebody from higher up in the studio came in and was like, "Nah, that ain't it." That shit is terrible, boy.
We spent how much money on this bullshit?
Oh my goodness. Question: would you? Let's say this remake does get greenlit and they rework it. Would you want to see them keep kind of the original combat mechanics, or would you want them to go more action like the recent Final Fantasy games?
After playing Final Fantasy VII, I would like them to do it like what Final Fantasy VII did for the new game compared to the old one.
Yeah,
like, so I'd agree.
When I was
copy that combat system too, it still worked. Like KOTOR still had the slowdown. You could do something similar to that.
When I was playing it, I was like, the writing and the characters are really good. Shout out to Deadeye Duncan, but the combat, I was like, this didn't age really too well. So I was like, I'm hoping if this remake continues, they modernize the combat, just make it an action game. But yeah, we're gonna see. That's if it does come out. Do you care about this, Jay?
Yeah, I wanted to play it. I was another one of those people that did not play the original KOTOR, but literally everybody was saying that's an amazing game. So I was looking forward to see how this remake was going to be. Being delayed indefinitely, that freaking sucks. Like, I wasn't expecting it to go that far. So it might get buried, dog. It might be a sad day. But
give me the IP. I'll save it.
Ethos is determined, bro.
Give me a couple million. Give me the IP. I'll get it done.
They made one game. Now you made them all.
I know, right?
Bayonetta 3, Nintendo announced that it will be dropping October 28th, 2022. How are we feeling about this?
Yeah, you were excited about this. I know. You were waiting on the day. You were saying it before. So.
I didn't think it was going to come out this year.
I didn't either. I thought it was going to be until 2023. I was very surprised. They said this year we're dropping it.
Yeah, this fall is going to heat up a little bit with Bayonetta.
Nintendo going kind of crazy. I heard that Xenoblade Chronicles was heat too.
Yeah, let me see. Video game release. I know Gotham Knight comes out.
Really?
I mean, you're not gonna play Gotham Knight.
It's a AAA game.
You're not gonna play it, Ethos.
Am I getting it for free? Am I getting it for free?
That's not what I asked you. You wouldn't play it.
Not if I don't get it for free.
Oh wow.
Well, in August,
unless let me lie. I lied. If the reviews come out and it's like, oh yeah, it's pretty solid, like really solid game, I'd be like, yeah. But if the reviews come out and it's like, I'm gonna be like, and I'm probably not gonna play it.
There's some games to play. In August, we got Rumbleverse that's dropping. That's got a little bit of hype. Marvel Spider-Man that comes to PC if you haven't played it already. Saints Row drops in August. I am looking forward to that.
Did you say you liked it after playing it?
Yeah, I did like it. I was genuinely surprised by it because I didn't hold my breath, but it was a lot of fun. It's a good game to play coming off of Elden Ring.
So you're saying you feel like it's getting some unnecessary hate?
Yeah, but I mean, it's because I think what they showcased didn't represent the game well. I think developers and studios need to do a better job of curating first impression, because you can't make a first impression twice.
Yeah.
But like we got to play for 4 hours. For those of you listening to the podcast and don't follow the XPlay, the G4 channel, I got to interview the developer. Go check out the video. It's on youtube.com/XPlay. We got to play for 4 hours. And I got through the prologue and I got to play a little bit of the open world. The prologue was fire. I was surprised that I genuinely cared about the characters and the story. The way they set up the new Saints, it was pretty cool. And then like the side activities were really fun. So I mean, is it gonna blow me away? I don't think so, but it's gonna be a silly, just fun game that you can relax, kind of turn your brain off, shoot your shit, talk to your chat. If you're looking for something fun, I think you should keep I think it'll be a dark horse of 2022. I think it'll be good. It's just a question of how good. And then let's see what else. Is anything else come out in August? Destroy All Humans remake. I don't know. September 2K. Huh?
Really? Yeah, y'all have fun.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Every year.
You gonna play. I mean, you're not gonna play it as much. Obviously, you're not gonna be grinding.
I don't
stuff, but you gonna play it.
I'm gonna have to pay Nomad to grind a character if I do or something. Because like, I'm literally not gonna have the time to play that shit.
You can just lay yourself out of the shackles, man. You ain't gotta.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching the reviews. Like I'm just 2K26.
There's no reason you don't gotta play it.
Still Rising. I'm looking forward to that game.
What is that?
It's the Soulsborne game set in like the French Revolution.
Oh, that comes out this year.
Oh yeah.
It looked pretty good. Okay. Let's see, Splatoon 3. Do you guys care about that?
Nah,
next.
not really. Not a Squid
Evil
Boy,
West.
sorry.
Evil West comes out September 20th. Evil West looked fire.
No, Evil West is
that
fire.
Cool. Yeah, that was the one
Evil
I
West
said, right? In the DM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked good.
Marvel's Midnight Suns, Overwatch 2 in October.
That Marvel's that
Mario Rabbids, Gotham Knights. We got games coming. Bayonetta 3. Yeah. I don't think it's anything like Elden Ring level. It seems like a lot of more like.
I mean, there's God of War.
Oh yeah, God of War in November. Yeah. Skull and Bones. Pokemon Scarlet. We got some games to play. I'm looking forward to the rest of the year. We're gonna see. Let's see. Other reveal announcement, Discord is now available on Xbox. You can now link your Discord account to your Xbox, and you can use the Discord audio on Xbox, and it's cross-platform, so you could talk to people on PC. So if, and this is really cool, we've been bitching about bringing this, now PlayStation needs to do it. So basically, let's say you play Apex, your friend plays on PC, and you play on Xbox. Now you guys can talk together through Discord, which makes pretty much Xbox audio obsolete, because why would you use that? You might as well just stay in the Discord. How y'all feel about this?
Xbox wins again. How did Sony give money, invest in the Discord, and Xbox got voice chat before them? That's insane.
Yeah,
that's actually insane. That makes no sense. How you let Xbox get this thing out before y'all? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all actually gave them money and it didn't matter, bro. That's insane.
Another reason y'all should be excited too, like the Xbox users, if you've never used Discord, the audio is astronomically better than console like audio. So like your headset is gonna sound better as well as your friends, because there's not as much compression on your voice. So that's cool. That's cool.
I remember years ago, like we were saying, when Xbox said that Discord was going to have some sort of, functionality or connection with them, we were like, well, if it's not the audio, why do we care? And now years later, now we're actually going to get it. I told my friends, though, one of my friends actually gets it because he's been in, the Discord with us and he frequents Discord. But another friend was like, what does this mean for me? I was like, well, you're going to get better audio. You're going to be able to be in an actual Discord that's like structured. You're going to be able to talk to different people and like, yeah, it's a community. He was like, I don't care. He was like, I'm still gonna be in party chat. I was like, whatever, bro. Like, you're still lost, my brother. You're still lost.
This man, like, that's so weird that people can play more features. You're gonna get memes and community. Like, I don't know if you're gonna get all the tabs or if it's just audio, but like, I don't know why you would be upset that you're getting more. But whatever. Let him play his Madden. Steam Deck. Valve announced that like anybody who ordered a Steam Deck this year, you will be getting it by Q4. Q3, they're doubling the production, and then the rest will be in Q4. Did you order a Steam Deck, JG?
I did not. I was waiting on Ethos to really test it, really give me a crash course to convince me to buy it. So we'll see.
I'm still waiting for like second, third generation, maybe or Steam Deck 2 whenever that comes. I don't want to. Or like it'd be cool if they came out with one where you could upgrade it too. Like that's the thing. I feel like I'm worried to become obsolete after like a year or two.
It's a business expense. You could just get G4 to buy it for you.
I don't know if they'll buy that. I mean, I still could write it off for taxes if I use. All I got to do is stream with it once or something, or make one video about it.
Yep.
I still want to wait till they work out the kinks. I have seen it though. What's the name has it? Danny has it. Shout out to Gamertag Radio.
Oh yeah.
He spends more time showing it off than playing it, but
that seems to be a pattern with all of us. We I ain't gonna lie, we tend to show it off more than we actually play on it.
I don't know, Steam Deck head ass man just walks around the office, but I ain't never seen him play it. But he said he loves it. He says he loves it. Speaking of Steam, what's the name? Elon Musk tweeted out that they are working on bringing Steam to Teslas. They currently have a beta that they said they should have a beta in a few months. You guys want to play some games in your car?
And crash? No,
you're the only one that has a Tesla, so I guess you have to let us know, right?
Oh, that's right.
We're broke. We still have gas-powered vehicles. Excuse me.
Amazing.
$7 gas, can't relate.
$7. Where the hell you get gas?
It was over here, boy. I said, oh my God. Pray for California.
California was getting hit up, Ethos. You don't know, Jerry. It's ridiculous.
I jump out of my car, my moving vehicle.
I'm so out of tune with like gas and shit. It was like maybe like a month ago. I was driving to work and then I looked up and I saw the gas was like $7.29 or something. I said, oh my God, I almost had a heart attack.
You were probably like that little white boy, like, oh Jesus Christ.
Because a thing happens when you get an EV, you just don't look at gas stations anymore, bro. I was like, oh my God. I actually think this would be cool Because like while I'm charging my car, I can play a game. Even if it's something small like Tunic, like that'd still be cool. Like you can play it on your tablet or whatever. So I'm not gonna complain about this.
Yeah, no, that's dope because y'all definitely need something to do. I mean, that's literally the only drawback is you gotta wait if you don't have a home charger. You gotta wait at the actual location in order for it to charge up. So yeah, you need something to do. I mean, this is a major time killer.
Yeah, I mean it's only 30 minutes. It ain't that damn bad, but yeah, I get what you're saying. What's the name? At TennoCon this past couple of weeks, they announced they have a new game. So they what's the name of the studio that works on Warframe?
Digital Extremes.
Yeah, Digital Extreme is allocating a certain portion of their studio to continue to work on Warframe, but like the main team that worked on Warframe, they're moving over to a new game called Soulframe. They announced it'll be a single player what's the name game that I think that's what I read. Hold up, let me make sure because I don't want to put wrong information out there. But it's gonna have like Soulsborne. Everything is like going Soulsborne.
Elden Ring effect.
Yeah, did you guys get a chance to look at the trailer?
Yes.
Yep. When it got announced,
I was terrified. I thought for a second they were copying Samurai Zero, and I got terrified. And I was like, okay, we're good. When I started to look at it more, I was like, oh no, this isn't anything like that.
I mean, that's what they said your game was, though. Remember?
Yeah.
My bad. I knew I was bugging. It's not single player. It's an MMO with melee combat. That's why I interpreted it that way.
Yeah, that's why I got terrified. I was like, oh.
I interpreted it as single player. Well, Warframe is focused on shooting. This one's more focused on melee. I'm curious to see what they do. I hope that with this game, what they learn, because Warframe was a good game. The problem with it was so hard to get into. It was hard to pick.
MMO aspect.
The UI was cluttered as fuck, and then you didn't know which one was the best. You didn't know which storyline to go with. I hope they find a way to streamline this to make it more welcoming to new players. Because mechanically, it was a good feeling game. It's just they got to clean up the other stuff, and I hope they learn some lessons.
You remember when we first started playing, like in the very beginning, there was no story at all, literally none. And then we were just grinding forever just to get, whatever character that we want, whatever Tenno that we wanted. And then we just stopped playing because they didn't have any content. But then all of a sudden, years pass by and they don't stop with the content. But I tried getting back into it and it was like extremely difficult. Like I didn't know what was going on at that point. By that point, the game was just super freaking huge. And that's what it's very intimidating. So I get what you're saying on that part. When we first started playing, like it was bare bones. It was nothing.
Yep, then they added some particle effects, a few more frames. I remember we took like maybe 3 months off, came back, and the game was completely different. He was like, should probably stick to Smite or something. I don't know.
But it's good, though. I mean, I'm glad that they're finally working on something else. Because, I mean, technically, like, they've been working on Warframe for, like it seems like damn near 10 years.
Yeah, 2013 is, I think, when we started playing it.
Yeah.
That was another one of those games where we tried to tell people it was really cool. They told us we were trying to be different. Then it came to the PS4, and people were like, have you heard of Warframe?
Oh my God. That is my bro. I swear it was the same.
Warframe. Oh my God, Rogue Company.
One day, they'll give us the clout. Speaking of giving us the clout, some Game Pass propaganda. The CEO of .emu, which is the studio behind Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, he recently tweeted out that the studio sold over 1 million copies of Shredder's Revenge, and this does not count the number of people that played on Game Pass, further debunking the myth that Game Pass will hurt the sales of a game. It can actually help it. Anything you want to add to this, Bishop of the Game Pass ethos?
It's another example why the Game Pass will always be the best pass. That's it.
You're ridiculous.
This is great. The Game Pass.
Never pass on the Game Pass.
Number one. Yeah, never pass on the Game Pass, sucker.
That's wild that they sold 1 million copies despite being on Game Pass. That's crazy. I would love to see what the numbers are, like with the downloads as well. But it was
be a lot.
It was a good game. They deserve it. It was a good game.
Yes.
That's a key word. You have to make a good game.
Oh, what are you trying to say about the industry? Death of industry?
No. Sir, that's circa 2015 retired.
Gaming is dead. Free games that you get, Xbox. You guys will get Calico in the month of August, Scourgebringer, Saints Row 2, that's a classic. Monaco, What's Yours Is Mine. And then on PlayStation, they added the new Yakuza game, Tony Hawk Pro
All of them.
Well, hold on. No,
Oh, that is PS Plus.
so for PS
that's
Plus, what's the name of it? It's something like Dragon, right? Yakuza,
like
the
a
turn-based
dragon
one.
is the latest one. Yeah, like a dragon.
Turn-based. Let me Google this. Damn, why the fuck is the title not coming? I don't know. The one that's turn-based, the one that they recently
I
released.
literally just told you. Why?
I didn't hear you. I hear you. What'd you say?
Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yes, that's the latest one. That's the turn-based one. That's the latest one that came out.
So Yakuza Like a Dragon will be free on PlayStation Plus, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2, and Little Nightmares. Now, if you have the PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium, then you also get all of the Yakuza games, the series as a whole. And as our residential Japanese expert here, JG, how are you feeling about all the Yakuza games coming to the PlayStation Plus?
Amazing. Look, man. I mean, they were kind of dabbling. You know, they had like 0, 1, 2, and 3. But I mean, to get all of them, there's literally no reason to not at least try one of them. And literally, like them and Xbox, both of them are getting like you have everything now. So play one of them at least. Play Yakuza 0. See if you like it or not. But I haven't met a person yet. Well, it's actually the one person who said that they tried to play it and they put it down. But literally everybody else, they're like, yo, like, I'm glad that, you know, I actually started trying to play this series because they all like it. So try it out.
Into deep. I'm just, I don't have the time. One day I'll play one, maybe one day. That or that other one, the spin-off series.
Play Judgment, yes, because they're dubbed. Yakuza Like a Dragon is dubbed too, and I actually like it for it being turn-based. So I would recommend you try Judgment. I mean,
I feel like I'd probably try Judgment first, just because there's less games. I feel like Yakuza is like the MCU. It's just too many damn movies now. And it's like I don't even know where to start.
It is, yeah. You wouldn't know what the fuck is going on, and I know you have no time to start from the beginning. So yeah, play Judgment.
What we did have time to play is today's leading conversation is a game that took the internet by storm. I have not seen this amount of hype, mods, just water cooler conversation, love, great reviews for a new game called Stray, which is published by Annapurna, which is an indie studio. They also just published was it Neon Light? That's what it's called, right, Ethos?
Yes.
So in Stray, you play a stray cat living in a post-apocalyptic world with like robots and shit, and you're just exploring the environment, trying to figure out what happened to this place. It's an adventure puzzle game, so there are puzzles to solve. It's about the atmosphere and just, you know, living your life as a pussy with 9 lives. JG, did you get a chance to play a little bit of Stray?
Nah, I ain't played this one, bro. I like pussy, but not this pussy.
That's crazy. What about you, Ethos?
Nope, I didn't have a chance to stroke the pussy.
Damn, that's crazy. I could have swore I saw you play, JG. Are you in denial?
I did not play it. I don't know what you're talking about. I played the next game on the list. Now I want to talk about
that's
this
the one I saw you play. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't play Stray.
I did. Okay, so then I keep it brief. I've been playing Stray. I got like 3 hours on it. It's only like a 6-hour game. I thought it was gonna be stupid. I'm like, you play as a fucking cat, like just running around, but it's okay. I would define it as like one of those like therapeutic games where you get to traverse the environment, just explore, do a little bit of parkouring, and unraveling the mystery of the world and what happened to people is interesting. I haven't finished it, but Siggy said that like after I get through the part I'm at now, it gets really dark and interesting because he said that he really liked the game and he was into it. So I mean, I feel like personally still I would enjoy this game more if I like cats, but I'm more of a dog person.
Yeah, this is propaganda made by the mainstream media to make us like cats, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I'm not letting nobody live in my house that got an attitude for free and shit.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I was
killed me in my sleep.
Like you said before, I didn't think that anybody was interested in this game. I remember when we first saw it, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to play this at all. And then when it came out, I don't know if it's because, again, a lack of games that are out.
Propaganda.
But everybody started playing it and said that they love it. I'm like, are we serious right now? Is there something that I'm missing? I still don't want to give it a chance. I'm good. I'll just watch y'all play it.
It is a very common game now that I've played it. Like I kind of understand it. And also the mod support. There's like a Spyro mod. CJ from San Andreas, they put it in there. So like it has like a whole funny community behind it. I think my biggest problem, the best part is the atmosphere and exploring and then like the puzzles. My problem with the game is the platforming and the parkour. The way it works is basically you walk up to something and you hit the A button and then he'll jump to it. So it's kind of on rails. I think the game would have been much better if you would have had more control, like a traditional platformer like Mario or Jack and Daxter. I think it would have added a little bit more just anxiety, or just like, I don't know, like I feel like I don't have to sit up to play the game. You could be leaning in your chair because it's so on rails, and it's more just trying to figure out where you need to go and learning about what happened to the world. So that, besides not liking cats, I didn't like the fact that the parkour is a little bit holding your hand. But I mean, from my understanding, that was the purpose. This is supposed to be a game for people who don't really play games like that or get pussy. So now you have a chance for $25 on Steam.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Next game that's came out. This one is actually available on the Game Pass. I'm not going to hold you. So I actually did the review for this on XPlay. You guys can go check it out. I didn't want to review this game. I remember they announced it at the Microsoft conference for Summer Games Fest. It looked interesting, but I wasn't that interested in it because it uses it's called As Dusk Falls. It uses it doesn't use traditional cutscenes. Instead, it's like a stop motion comic. So like it's just like still images with a little bit of animation, and then it's like fully voice acted. And it's about the story of like two families intertwining, and you're making all these decisions. And I ended up really liking this game. This is a dark horse of 2022. If you like games like what's the joint that recently came out that y'all played? The scary joint, The Quarry.
The Quarry.
Yeah,
that's Telltale like
Life
game.
is Strange.
Yeah,
like
Life is Strange,
games like that.
Game's only 6 hours long too. So if you have Game Pass, definitely play it. But what'd you want to say, Jay?
Yeah, so once again, like TBH, since he's playing more games now, I commend you playing more games now.
Games and all,
you gotta
y'all
review them. Yeah,
He actually is.
Yeah, so you can put me on to some stuff because again, this game was not on my radar as well. I played it and literally like in the first act, that shit turned up. I was like, wow, this is my type of story. Like we were getting into some toxicity with relationships, cheating,
slight spoiler.
Shot. Like,
I knew I was gonna like a game at the beginning when you break into that family's house and then you get the option to pee in their bottle.
Hey yo,
yeah.
So like there's some lemonade in the refrigerator. Like you're robbing a house and there's some lemonade in the refrigerator. And he was like one of the dickhead brothers is like, "Yo, I'm gonna piss in the bottle," and it gives you the option to do it. I was like, "Oh, I like this game."
Oh my god!
They give you a lot of options. You literally have like branching paths. I know a lot of those games, like it's like some options, will have a different outcome, but they literally show you all the branching paths and like what the percentage of people are that choose those options. So I really like that. Like when we were going over it, it was super dope. This game is a little bit different from like Life is Strange and The Quarry and the Walking Dead game, the Telltale game, because you can't walk around. You can't actually like move your character around, but you have a lot of options that you can choose and a lot of different dialogue options. I just really like the story though. Like the story really entranced me, and that's what I really enjoyed. The art style was definitely different. Like people were saying when I was playing it the other day that it looked like my stream was lagging, but I was like, that's just the art style. Like that's how it is. And it takes a little bit to get used to. But that would be like my only, which really isn't a knock, but that would be one of my only like slight gripes about it, just because it's totally different. It's totally out there, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's on Game Pass, so I would say
only 6
play
hours.
Yeah, and it's only 6 hours. So if you like any type of Telltale or Life is Strange or The Core, if you like games like that, absolutely pick this up. Like the story, I'm not even done with it. I'm like 2-3 hours in, but I enjoyed every single moment that I played from it. Like the story is freaking dope.
One of the best reviewed games of the year, and also we forgot to mention this game also features 8-player co-op. So like,
what?
Yeah, your friends can like download an app and they can help make decisions that fuck up your story. So if you could play this with your friends as well.
Yeah, and I guess unlike The Quarry,
The Quarry,
yeah,
that Quarry
was whack. But with this one, like it makes sense for it to be more voting. In this case, because it's a lot of just options that you choose and you're not walking around, so it makes sense. Like it actually works.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it was not on my radar. It kind of got put on me because like I had to do it for fucking work. But I'd go as far as to say this is one of the better games of the year, and it's on fucking Game Pass. But it's not like a super big AAA title, so it's like if you have an open mind and you just want to try something new, it's not going to eat up a lot of your time, as well as you don't got to try super hard. Is Dusk Falls, like the writing in it, the voice acting is top tier. Definitely check it out. It's really good.
Hey, Xbox with another dub. Shout out to the Game Pass.
Yes, sir. Speaking of pass, LeBron likes to pass the ball when he plays basketball. I'm trying with the segue. Multiverses had a soft launch, and in the launch, if you already had a code, you can get into the game, or you can just buy it on Steam and get the Founders Pack with all the characters unlocked. LeBron launched with it as well as the Iron Giant, so it launched with 2 new characters. I'm having a blast with this game. I mean, we talked about it a little bit already, so I don't want to harp on it too much, but it is a lot of fun. The 2v2, using the mechanics together. Also, it's just fun to have a game I can just hop on and get off where I don't have to commit too much of my time. I think this game does a great job of rewarding you for playing. I feel like I'm constantly unlocking stuff, as well as learning new skills with the game. It's just enough different from Super Smash Bros. So it's definitely its own thing. And just the characters they're bringing in, they're very unique. Like the fighting styles, LeBron is fucking fire. The voice acting isn't. For some reason, they got a voice actor for LeBron instead of LeBron playing LeBron. I don't know why. But he's a fire character. The Iron Giant is broken.
Yes, sir, as he should be.
Man, I mean, he has glaring weaknesses too, so he doesn't actually make me mad, but like in the right hands, he is dangerous. But overall, this is a really good game, and I'm actually curious to see how Evo, how the FGC picks up. When you were in Minnesota, did you get a vibe from the FGC, JG? I saw you was hanging out with some legends. You don't try to hide it. Like, was you hanging out with Justin Wong?
I was hanging out with Justin Wong. Yeah, my fellow namesake. Nah, that was dope. Shout out to Justin Wong. And then I was hanging out with St. Cola. Shout out to him and Ajax. So they some commentators, and they also play as well. So yeah, I was getting a lot of game from them. Ajax specifically, he got early access to multiverses, so he's like entrenched in that whole development team right now. So he was telling me some things about it, and he said like this game is freaking amazing, and he thinks it's going to make waves in the fighting game community. Like, the fighting game community is totally behind it, and Evo specifically, since Nintendo backed out and there's no more Smash Brothers, Multiverses is going to step right in, and I think it's going to do some damage. It's going to be similar to like when Marvel versus Capcom went away, and then they put DBZ in there when they put that game in there, and you see how that game did. That I think it's going to be similar to that. They have like a lot of features. I remember we were speculating on previous episodes what character that they were going to put in there, and they were like, well, we're going to put LeBron in there. Then all of a sudden, LeBron is in there. So like the possibilities are really endless as to the Warner Brothers catalog. Like, this game is super dope, easy to pick up, difficult to master, especially when you get to the more advanced characters. But like, it's super fun, and then it's just like a hop in, hop out type of party gameplay. So like, this was a game that I wasn't again expecting to really enjoy, but man, when I started playing with LeBron specifically, I was like, wow, like this is it right here. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I still like Apex, but it's just not hitting the same. It's been 3 years, going on 4. Season 14 is about to come out.
Damn.
And it's just like, I've been looking for a new multiplayer game, and this guy, it might be it. They better add Michael Jordan in there since they got LeBron in here. That'd be fire. They got Batman and Superman. Go ahead and add Michael Jordan on there so they can get dialogue between them. That'd be fire. You have any takes on this multiverses ethos?
I'm kind of indifferent to it, just like Smash. It's a cool game though. I'm just not good at those games, so it is what it is.
That's right. You did play fighting games on the Switch. That's right. What did you play?
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, play Mortal Kombat at 15 frames.
Yeah, I can play shit on Steam Deck now.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I can play Soul Calibur on Steam Deck. I can play on Steam Deck now.
What's the name? The one thing people were complaining about with the multiverses is the hitboxes. They're just kind of all out of whack. The main character that people have been complaining about is Finn. Apparently, like, his hitbox greatly expands past his body and like his sword, so a lot of times he gets priority on hits, so he's like a broken character, as well as Taz spinning all over the goddamn place. I'm curious. I really hope that they clean that up. That's like the main thing I've seen people complaining about, and at a high level I could see that being annoying because everybody's just going to play the same character. So if they clean up those little bit of things right there, I think this game could potentially be a problem if they continue to drop content for it, because do not underestimate the power of free to play. Maximilian had tweeted out that it's the biggest fighting game on Steam like ever. It had like 200,000 concurrent players, and that's not counting the console version, and it's in soft launch. It's not even in a full launch right now.
Yeah, because like people were like clamoring to try to get into the closed beta, And then even when the open beta came out and people were downloading it, like the servers were getting overloaded. I couldn't even play the first day. I had to play the next day. Like it was ridiculous. So like people were super excited about this, and the FGC people, like especially like a lot of Smash people specifically, they've been jamming this game on Twitch. So like I said, I can see a shift happening. It's going to be amazing. Oh, speaking of Finn, Nomad plays a character, so you know how it is. He likes playing broken characters.
Of course, he goes straight for the broken characters, and then blames them looking at his button when he loses. But yeah, that's what we got for you right there. So moving on to the news side of things, one of the big pieces of news coming out comes from Bloomberg. I mean, I swear to God, there's new GTA 6 rumors coming out every week, but this one actually made some waves. It made it past Reddit because Bloomberg reported on it. So we got some first rumor details, and people are believing this one about GTA 6. So supposedly it's going to start a female protagonist. It's going to take place in Vice City. And then supposedly the thing that's been making a lot of headlines mainly is that they're supposed to be cleaning up kind of the bro culture, and it's not going to be like as toxic. So like I saw a lot of videos, the YouTube algorithm suggesting to me about how GTA is ruined because of the woke folk. So how are we feeling about this, Ethos? These details on GTA 6.
Wasn't the whole article just simply because the culture of like the people making the game was terrible and they just made it better? Like
yeah,
people are getting harassed
too.
and shit. Is that it in a nutshell?
Yeah.
Is there anything I'm missing? I mean, sure. I don't really have an issue. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really care for GTA that much anymore. I wasn't fascinated with 5 like everyone else in the world was. So I kind of don't care. I mean, cool. I'm glad that let me take it back. I am happy to hear that, they're not abusing their employees and they're not like overworking them apparently now, or they're getting better at it. So that's always a good thing to see. But as for the game, I really just don't care either way.
Yeah, I've never really been a big GTA fan. Also, for the people that were like mad, at this point, I would consider GTA more of an online multiplayer game than like a story-driven game. Nowadays. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a shorter story and like just focused on the online.
Multiplayer.
That's unfortunate. I really hope not. Because I was a huge GTA fan, and I didn't like the way that they were going with this multiplayer.
They hold y'all. Yeah, they definitely no DLC, single player DLC at all. Insane.
I was very upset at that because like I played the GTA 5 story and I played a little bit of multiplayer and I just put it down. Like I didn't want to play it anymore.
Do you remember how people lost their minds over GTA Online? Remember how it was broken for like 2 months? Like it just was unplayable.
Oh
yeah.
Play it. Yeah, you cannot get those servers were fucked.
Servers were fucked.
Those servers were terrible.
But see what happens when you fix something, like people forget, bro. People forget.
Yeah, they just completely forgot.
Yeah, but going back to 6, the Latina female character, I've seen people talking about that. Okay, like I don't care about that. Cool, like I'll play it regardless because I just enjoy GTA. And then apparently another rumor was she's not going to be the only character that you play. It's going to be like similar to GTA 5 where you're playing 3 different characters.
I love when people just assume anytime there's a person of color or like a woman involved as like a protagonist role, they automatically go to like, oh, they're trying to appeal to like woke folk. So like, for those of you unaware, one of the biggest drug dealers of all time, her name is Griselda Blanco. For those of you unaware, the rap group Griselda, their name comes from it. Like she was probably number 2 to fucking Pablo Escobar. She was moving a lot of coke through fucking, so it's like it's possible. It's like you guys gotta fucking relax.
Like, oh, women can't sell drugs. All right,
it's not that hard. It practically sells itself.
Not really. Like you're going that far to act like a woman would ruin GTA. Like it's just this dude bro culture is still like this gatekeeping. It's ridiculous. Like that we're still dealing with this. So I didn't care about that. I thought that was cool. What I was more mad about was they were going back to Vice City. I'm like, again, like, all right, we went to Cali again. Like, there are so many places that you can go, and people were like, oh, well, they in GTA 5 and went back to Cali. So, like, I don't want to go back to Los Santos. Like, it's just a thing that, like, I just want them to do something new. Somebody brought up a point that may be valid. I would have to do research on this, but they were saying that some cities or towns or countries just might not want
their city or town or country to be represented in a possible negative light. So maybe they don't let movie companies or video game studios come in and like, you know, take all these different pictures and videos of their city to try to reenact it for this. I don't know. I truly don't.
I feel like that's not possible because taking pictures in public it's your American right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about America, but like maybe in other countries.
Yeah,
I don't
other
know.
countries,
Like I said, like I said, it could have some validity to it, and I would have to do research. But somebody brought that up, and I was like, that actually sounds more factual than not. So I would have to do my research to see if that's a thing. So I don't know what other roadblocks that Rockstar faces when it comes to like what city that they're going to place. Like, because I know like the earlier rumors said they were possibly going to go to like South America and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just wanted something else other than Miami. But also the additional rumor was saying that like they may go to like Cuba or something, some other cities that are outside of Miami, which is Vice City. So we'll see. I just wanted to choose something else.
Alone, we could have went to Chicago, Houston, Philly, Detroit, New Orleans, DC, Baltimore. That's a drug haven.
Yeah, somebody said, yeah, I think AB said he wanted to see The Wire. Like it would have been like The Wire.
So many cities you could have picked for.
Yeah.
Orlando. We could have had mission. We could have been taking missions from Julian Newman. That would have been fire.
This guy, bro. So I don't know if Rockstar are being lazy. It has to be something behind it. It has to be a story behind like why they went back to Vice City. But that's what I was more upset about. And I was just like, man, like, all right, we're doing this again. Here we go again, basically.
Yeah. The Vice City part is the one that killed me. I didn't care about the woman protagonist. I'm like, I don't really want to go back to Miami. I'm good off of that. But I'm not going to judge it. Not going to knock it till I see it. At the end of the day, as long as the gameplay mechanics are on point, they add a lot of new functionality, as well as like we got to see what the online is going to look like. We'll see. I'll reserve judgment. It's been a while since Rockstar dropped like a new game. They're long overdue. Just something new from Rockstar. I think we can appreciate at this point. Because I feel like we've been talking about GTA 6 forever. What we weren't talking about, though, is right after the Marvel panel dropped the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer, which is fire if you haven't seen it, by the way. We're going to be all right. Another bombshell dropped from Jeff Grubb from GameSpot's sister site, Giant Bomb. He dropped a rumor that an open-world single-player Black Panther game was in the works. Takes place after the previous Black Panther has died, so players must take on the challenge of becoming the new Black Panther. It's in very early development, so there's no release window. Also, like I read some details on another site that there would be an open world game, and then it's being head by some former people from Monolith Productions. If you guys are not familiar with Monolith, they're the ones behind Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, as well as the upcoming Wonder Woman game that we still have not seen any gameplay from. So Ethos, you love Black Panther. How we feeling about? Oh, by the way, this is being published by EA supposedly as well. The same company that said that they don't care about single player games. How we feeling about this potential Black Panther game?
Does this mean I could play a white man as a Black Panther?
I don't think that would be possible.
Okay. As long as that doesn't happen, I'm looking forward to it. I think on the podcast, actually, a year ago, I think it was last year, 2 years ago, didn't we talk about like Avengers? And I think I said I think a Black Panther game would be perfect, like timing right now, because of the popularity of the character. How when I played him in the Avengers game, I was like, he has a good combat system and he has like a lot of abilities and he's a very likable character. So I think it would be a perfect time for them to make like a sort of like single player experience focusing with Wakanda, because it's such an interesting setting and a lot of people are interested in learning more about that universe and specifically Wakanda. So I think with that in the movie and the TV and whatever else, that Wakanda whatever TV show thingy they're working on too, I think it's perfect timing. And Monolith is, the guys that worked on Shadow War and Shadow Mordor, those are goated games. They're really awesome. So I'd be very curious to see what their spin on Black Panther game mechanically would be like. So I'm looking forward to it.
What's in a? I remember when this news first broke. The initial joke was the general consensus. The only thing people really seemed to love about that Avengers game was the Black Panther DLC. Yep. And The joke was like, well, people loved it so much they were like, well, why don't we just make a whole single player game? And rereading this article and seeing that it's in very early development makes me think there's probably some truth to that joke. They're like, maybe it is time to give him his own game.
Yeah, he's always been a likable character, and you would think after like it destroyed the box office, it'd be like, maybe there's a correlation here. We can make a lot of money off of a Black Panther game.
I just hope they take their time with this game if it is in early development. I really want to see them flesh out the world of Black Panther, especially because it's so technologically advanced. There's a lot they could do there. Focus on how you're going to traverse the environment. Is there going to be like a parkour system? Is there going to be vehicles? Because Wakanda does have a lot of like advanced alien type vehicles because of the vibranium. And then also really focus on the combat system. I don't want to see another Batman. I really hope this is not especially because he gets Batman comparisons already. I hope this is not an Arkham clone. Take your time and create something original. What about you?
Don't make a Spider-Man clone.
Yeah, it's enough of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Monolith, so hopefully they will put another spin on it. But I have a feeling it's probably going to be the same type of Spider-Man, Batman type of combat system. But we'll see. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic because I definitely love the Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War game. So I think they'll have some things up their sleeve. But this is dope though. I mess with the news, and I'm glad that it's not being rushed. To coincide with the movie that's coming out this year. So I want them to take their time on it, and I think whatever they come out with, I think it'll be dope.
Who would y'all want to see as a villain in the game?
I mean, they're gonna obviously do Claw.
I would want to see Namor.
Yeah, but I feel like Claw would be the obvious first. Pick.
Maybe they could do both.
They could do both. That'd be nice.
Or maybe Spider-Man had
they might make a brand new villain. Sometimes with these games, you're like, oh, it's a
or Doctor Doom. Story. That's one of his main villains too.
I'm about to say I don't know the full story. I don't know everybody that Black Panther.
Killmonger. They could bring him back, and because he was so likable, they might bring him back and put him in the game. Yeah. So
you think we'll get some White Wolf DLC?
Maybe.
Don't do that.
I think another aspect would be, I think the story has to be really good too. I feel like with this type of game, like kind of like Miles Morales kind of had that expectation too. And so like, obviously like that was like a completely different, like from a story standpoint, like take and like message and just overall, like how it was like, because of his background, it gave a unique aspect to the story compared to like the regular Spider-Man game. And I feel like this game is likewise, like you gotta, there's a lot of like topics and a lot of like narrative that you can hit with Black Panther. And before gamers be like, oh, I don't like politics in my video game, like Black Panther was developed off of politics. It was a politically charged hero at a time where seeing a black superhero was controversial. So I don't think it's far-fetched to say that the story will be inherently very political and needs to be. And trying to make it apolitical is a failure. I'm sorry, what?
KKK, didn't he?
Yeah, he beats the shit out of the KKK. Yeah, he beats the shit out of the KKK. He beats the shit out of the Fantastic Four. He beats the shit out of a lot of people.
Captain America.
He beat the shit out of Captain America. Yeah, you know that when we was watching that.
he beat Captain's ass in two different eras.
Yo, his dad beat his ass, and then his son beat his ass. That shit's insane, bro. Get your ass beat. Go into a fucking ice cream. Come on, get your ass beat again. That shit's insane.
I'm also curious to see how they're gonna do, because the vibranium makes him damn near invincible. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna handle like his health bar and like the mechanics behind that, because you can't make him too overpowered.
They'll probably make it similar to how Miles works, right? Like, you know how he has the venom power. They'll probably make it where like there's another energy resource where it's like if you are like dodging bullets or dodging attacks, you build up this meter and then you activate it to like kinetically burst or something like that, or redirect energy or something like that maybe. And then the suit evolves, and sure, gives you upgrades for the suit and all that jazz, new traversal shit. The claws can let you jump higher, jump up trees, some shit like that.
Would you want a more linear experience like the Batman Arkham and the Spider-Man games, or would you want to have a little bit of RPG elements of choices like Witcher or Mass Effect?
To be honest with you, this type of game, I think a linear might be the best path just for a first shot. I'd say just keep it simple, keep it to the point, and then if the game is good, then expand on it slowly with like a sequel. Maybe give it more RPG elements or give it more openness. Yeah, I'd say the first one, just keep it, keep it simple, keep it point. Maybe do a cool little mix up here and there. Give us something that we don't expect from a superhero game, and I think we'll be satisfied.
If it's true that EA is publishing this game, please do not riddle it with microtransactions.
They won't.
Let it do like Respawn with the Star Wars Jedi. Just let the game fucking come out. And if
they'll
it's
probably
good,
follow the exact same. They're gonna follow. Like, I think, like I know EA, like everybody makes a joke about that, but I think EA, after they saw Jedi Fallen Order sell that many copies, they kind of are now like, all right, we need to.
Well,
like they're doing Dead Space, no microtransactions. What's the other single player game they're working on right now?
Who's making Dead Space?
The same studio. Fucking forgot their name.
Visceral made Dead Space. Visceral don't exist anymore.
Who? That is a good question. Who is making Dead Space?
That's what I'm saying. Like, because what I was gonna argue, I was like, the reason Star Wars got away with no microtransactions is because Respawn made it, and Respawn got the clout to tell them to shut the hell up. This is a new studio that's making this Black Panther game.
Well, I mean, so was Hazelight when they did It Takes Two and A Way Out. Like, they weren't big either, but they didn't have any microtransactions in their game either. So I think it'll be fine. I would be surprised if there's microtransactions in it.
Motive is making.
Yeah, Motive made it. Yeah, they worked on Battlefront. They worked on they helped like DICE with their games too. I would just bet against and say I don't think there's gonna be microtransactions. They'd be kind of stupid to do that.
If anybody from EA hears this podcast and is working on the Black Panther game, if you guys are taking any suggestions, when the game comes out, I want to see some DLC.
Oh my lord!
Where Black Panther teams up with Dr. Umar to take down the Snow Bunny Crisis. Like, it's gonna be Marvel's version of Crisis on Infinite Earth, but this is gonna be the Snow Bunny Crisis. We gotta stop all the black men sleeping with the white women. Oh my goodness, I'm joking though. It breaks my heart that I have to say that. Anyways.
They'd actually
protect yourself, brother.
Oh my goodness. Assassin's Creed rumors. So a rumor came out that the next Assassin's Creed will be set in the Aztec Empire. Then another article came out and said, shut the fuck up. No, the new rumor is it's going to be set in Baghdad. Then another rumor came out and said, no, it's actually going to be set in Japan. So then I had this theory and I was like, you know what? What if all these rumors were true? Because if you guys recall, earlier in the year, Ubisoft is supposedly making a live service Assassin's Creed game that will explore multiple storylines. I think it was called Assassin's Creed Infinite, although one article is saying it's now being called Assassin's Creed Rift. What if we got to go to all of these, and that's exactly, what if all these rumors are true? How would y'all feel about this?
I mean, yeah, if you're making a live service Assassin's Creed game, then I would expect you to go to more than one place, right? Isn't that the point? Like, even this picture that we're seeing here, like the initial rumored picture, it's showing like all of the Assassin's Creed characters through all of these timelines and all these different places. So yeah, if you're going to all three, then that would make sense here.
Live service Assassin's Creed is my gut says it's going to be awful, because what makes Assassin's Creed work is it felt like the story was going to end, and obviously it didn't. It keeps fucking going. But then, like, now you're putting even more. The game was rumored to be called Assassin's Creed Infinite. It's never going to fucking end. The war with the gods and the fucking power of Eden or whatever. What makes Code Geass great is it just ended. And I'm just trying to figure out, okay, if we finally get to go to Japan or like the Aztec Empire, it might be cool for a second, but it's like, where is it going? I like a good conclusion. Ubisoft, make another game. What about you, Ethos?
I don't care. I'm so sick of Assassin's Creed, bro. This shit needs to stop. We want Japan. They keep not giving it to us. They're giving us all these damn other periods we don't give a fuck about. I do not care.
I care so little. I still haven't even watched the ending to Valhalla on YouTube.
I haven't either. I still don't care.
Maybe when the new one drops, if the trailer's interesting, maybe I'll catch up and watch a summary on YouTube. I'm not playing that game, bro.
Ubisoft can't make a good game anymore.
Yeah, Ubisoft is down bad. I put it in the wrong order, but also it was revealed that Ubisoft was canceling the development of Ghost Recon Frontline, as well as they were canceling the new Splinter Cell VR game and then 2 other unannounced games. So now the board of directors of Ubisoft, they're worried about the profits they're going to bring in, because pretty much the only thing that they have coming out is whatever this Assassin's Creed game is. But other than that, their lineup is really weak right now.
Rainbow's carrying them, bro.
And then they had that free to play. What was that? Come to the cell phone where they reuse the assets.
that division.
The division,
game
they got the division
Yeah.
game coming. Boy, they really strapped for cash over there, man. It's
They cannot. Do you remember when Ubisoft used to be known for making like really unique, interesting games, but they just weren't executed that well?
yeah. To me, it was like
Now they can't even make games.
they were on the they were like on the Mount Rushmore of like developer and publisher. I put them up there with like EA, Activision, Respawn.
Mhm.
Like Ubisoft is like you lived long enough to become the villain. Like,
And now, like, they can't. It's not even. They release bad games or like boring games now. It's just they just don't release games. I can't remember the last time I heard of Ubisoft games coming out. I can't even think of one.
They've been canceling. They've been canceling like every new IP that they try to come out with in like the past like 2
All
years.
of their games, they just reveal it. It gets fucking banned for being stupid or not cool or just stupid idea, and either it gets immediately canceled, like it's quietly canceled in the background, or it comes out to like barely any fanfare and then just dissipates into the.
What happened to the game with the girl that was the photographer? What was that shit called? With the pig?
Jade,
not Jade Empire.
No, Jade is her name.
Yeah, Jade was her name. What was the name of that shit?
Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, what happened to Beyond Good and Evil?
Who knows? That shit's probably slept
Look,
too.
here's what's happening. Ubisoft is unfortunately becoming like Capcom. They're gonna have like all these IPs that people want to actually see, and they're going to bury them. And we're just going to get Ghost Recon, and we're just going to get Assassin's Creed, and maybe The Division, and that's it. And it's going to be unfortunate. This is the route that they're taking, and I don't want it to be like this because, like you all said, like Ubisoft, has made good IPs, but they've been taking a lot of L's. Remember when they said that they were going to take their time on Assassin's Creed, and then we got Odyssey.
Blinded by the success.
Yeah, like they were.
I really liked Odyssey.
Man.
I'm gonna give them a pass. Apparently, because I talked to the developers, apparently they were working on Odyssey before Origins. A lot of the mechanics that were in Origins was actually taken from Odyssey, so it was Origins that was actually rushed.
Interesting. So yeah, they did that, and then they got good acclaim, right? Because they were like, "Oh, this is a different spin. Like we got some, we have some new elements in these games now," and they were good. Like it even got me into Assassin's Creed because I thoroughly enjoyed Odyssey. Then they're like, "Oh, let's keep going every single year. We're going to keep making it," and they literally following the exact same path that they were doing before. So it's unfortunate. Shout out to the people that I know at Ubisoft, but I don't know when you're going to catch a W. We don't need more Assassin's Creed, and we don't need more Ghost Recon. Give us freaking Splinter Cell. Give us Prince of Persia. Like that's another one that.
What happened to that remaster?
It's been delayed again.
Delayed.
Roller
The problem,
Champions, remember that?
That is garbage. They just put out a statement like last week. Hey guys, we're still gonna support it. It sounds like it's gonna die in a few weeks to me, bro. When you put a statement out like that, Listen, the problem with Assassin's Creed right now is like they got back on track with Origins and Odyssey, and the reason was in Origins and Odyssey they sat down and they said we're gonna tell this story. So for those of you who haven't played, Origins is the story of how the Brotherhood formed. It was a great story, and then Odyssey is basically the story of how the the Templars formed, basically. So it was another good. It served a purpose, but like Valhalla, I don't know what the fuck that shit is about. I was playing, I'm like, bruh, what is this? Like just talking to Odin and got a big ass scarecrow and shit. I'm like, bruh, I turn that shit the fuck off, bruh. I was like, I'm good off of this, man. It's like they need to sit down and be like, what's the story we're trying? What else story can we tell if we're gonna expand this story? Just fucking make Assassin's Creed Japan and go out with a boom. That's the end of the series.
It's very unfortunate, but like this Ghost Recon Frontline game, I remember when we saw this, like it's another BR game. And we knew that this was DOA. We knew that it was DOA. Like nobody's going to play this shit. Like we're kind of at a point where like we're just tired of BR games. And now Ubisoft was like, hey, well, let's try our hand, using one of our IPs and let's try to make another game. And then all of a sudden, they got really, really bad feedback and they're like, okay, well, we're going to scrap this too. Like, I don't know what they're doing there, but they need to get it together. And
it's because Ghost Recon Breakpoint flopped horrendously. So they're probably looking, because I mean, it looks like they just reused the assets. They was like, we gotta make money off of this somehow, so we're gonna put Breakpoint, and that shit's failed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's terrible. So get it together, Ubisoft.
Get back. I think Ubisoft, you guys just take 6 months off. Really just sit there, think about where
6
we want.
months?
All right, 3.
Three. How about 2 years? I'm gonna take 2 years to reevaluate
Sit
what
back
the fuck
and
you
just think
doing.
about where do we want to go as a company. Right now, I know Rainbow Six Siege is making you guys good money. It's keeping you guys afloat at this point.
That and For Honor. It seems to be those are
For
your only two
Honor
games
and
alive.
Valhalla DLC. Just milk that for whatever you can. Sit back and just think about where do we want to go as a company. It's time for new IPs. I'd say the same thing for Naughty Dog because I'm tired of fucking The Last of Us and as well Uncharted. But just think about where you guys want to go as a company. One of the things that I really miss about gaming, I think what was really exciting about when a new generation of consoles came was it was also a new generation of gaming. You knew you were gonna get Jack 1, 2, and 3. And then that was it. Like it was a thing in the industry, and it's like that's not a thing anymore. It just keeps fucking going, bro. It's new consoles. Let's get some new IPs, and also make sure you guys support the IPs when there's new ones, because that's another reason why they don't make them, because y'all don't be buying them, but then complain it ain't no damn games to play. See what's coming back though is Skate. EA announced that it will not be called Skate 4. It'll just be called Skate, and it will be a free-to-play game available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and it will have cross-play and cross-progression. Bravo to them for doing this. I think this is a smart move. They're pretty much just going to make it a live service, because the problem with skateboarding games, in my opinion, is like, what else? How many tricks is that? I'm not that in tune with like skateboarding culture, but I feel like there's not that many damn tricks. So it's like, how many? Just I think what would make this the ultimate game is give them the tools to make their own parks and share your parks with your friends. And it's free to play with cross progression. Boom. How y'all feeling about this move?
Bravo. That's all I gotta say.
Cool. I know.
Okay.
I mean, people are gonna get mad about live service. It's gonna be full of microtransactions and shit. But hey, I mean, free game.
Another free game. What will not be free though is new Tomb Raider is rumored to be in the works. Codename Project Jawbreaker. It's said to have a more grounded tone with fantasy elements, which is a weird statement because in my opinion that contradicts itself. How are you grounded and fantasy? No family drama. Lara Croft is an experienced Tomb Raider in this one. I would hope so, because she's already had 3 games in the reboot. She's gonna struggle with loneliness. I don't know why that's in the article. And then she's gonna work with a group of raiders who look up to her. First of all, do you guys care this new Tomb Raider going to come in? And then also, how do you guys feel about this new Tomb Raider that's came out? Like, she's already got a trilogy. This will be the 4th one. Do you feel like they've missed the mark? Do you feel like it's underrated? Like, you really enjoyed them? What's our thoughts on the new Tomb Raider?
I mean, I liked them. I like the new Tomb Raider games. I liked every single one. I thought they were dope.
I liked them. I enjoyed them.
I thought they were really good games. I just don't think there was anything there that like blew. It was like they were all like solid 8s across the board.
Except for Rise. Rise, I think visually, like that kind of blew my socks off when I first played it.
I'm strictly talking about from a gameplay mechanical standpoint. Those games were gorgeous. I remember it was a big deal the way they did the physics on her hair and stuff. Like,
yeah, that second game was kind of insane. Looking back, it still holds up really well.
Yes, I'm not talking about the visual. I'm talking about from just a gameplay.
Gameplay. I mean, it's just an Uncharted. It's just like Uncharted. It's just like, shoot, dodge, grenades.
Shoot, dodge, swing on a monkey branch.
Do a puzzle. Look at a fucking cutscene and repeat.
Oh shit! This is what happens when you have like between the 3 of us, it's like 100+ years of gameplay experience. Just played every goddamn thing, bro. Like
run of the mill, what you expect. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna be. I don't think this new one's gonna be revolutionary. I think graphically it's gonna look insane, especially with the new hardware. It definitely look beautiful, but. Yeah, ready gonna blow my Steam Deck up, but other than that, I'm not about to expect some like revolutionary game. I'm like, cool, more Tomb Raider. It's always a plus.
Sony says it believes Xbox owning Call of Duty could influence users' console choice. I say no shit. What do you guys think?
No shit, Sherlock. Why do you think they paid that much money?
Call of Duty is a console seller.
Yeah. Wow. Who would have thought?
If I could add a little bit onto here, it also doesn't help that nobody can find a PS5. And it also doesn't help that there's strong rumors out there that you're already working on the PS5 Slim. I did read an article, I forgot to put it on the news, that they are trying to ramp up production on the PS5. So maybe
they get cooked.
Maybe in 6 months it'll be a little bit easier. But like, I'd argue it has more to do with the fact that nobody can even find a PS5. So of course they're gonna play.
Been cooking them. They've been cooking them in console sales this past was a couple months. They've been cooking them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even in Japan, they've been beating them out like 3 months in a row, which is crazy because
Insane.
Microsoft never does good in Japan.
Never. That's insane when you think about it.
Yeah, once we saw that, I was like, okay, like times
you know
are
what it
finally
is?
changing.
You know what it is? I discovered it's Minecraft. The Xbox Game Pass and the Series S. It's a banger in Japan. They love it because they can play Minecraft really fast, and apparently Minecraft's massive in Japan. I was like, smart plan. You know, a lot of people thought the Series S was a joke, but hey, let them know you're a Series S fan or owner.
Yeah.
It's a great piece of tech.
Yeah, it's actually very underrated. I don't think they do a very good job of advertising that. Like, I use my Series S more than my X. The only difference is one can do 1440p, the other one can do 4K. But like the games, they look the same if you're playing on a 1080p, which most people are. They run fine. So it's like the Series S is a very underrated console. If you get that for $300 with a Game Pass, and you can have some fun. Open your mind.
Mm-hmm. And
This
your
one-
wallets, the Xbox Game Pass.
This one, they're easy to find too, by the way. I was in Target like last weekend and I saw like 10 in the case. So it's like, it's not hard to find. And that's why they're outselling the PS5. What's the name? I know this one will make you happy, Ethos. So Witcher 3 veterans announce a multiplayer stealth action game set in feudal Japan.
Sold.
Some former Witcher 3 developers started a new studio called Dark Passenger. And they said, our goal is to create a highly exciting online experience that's focused both on cooperation and rivalry.
This is an image from it?
You said what?
I'm looking at the images. Is this concept art? Hold on, let me. Oh no, this is
So about like this picture that they're showing.
Oh yeah, no, that's concept art.
We're fascinated by interpersonal interactions, alliances, daring confrontations, and unexpected twists of events. In order to make every game unique and surprising, we're using an advanced procedural solutions. While the goal will be the same for all players, every time achieving it will require a different approach, tactics, and routes. That sounds like it's going to have some depth to its combat. Our locomotion system will allow players to perform incredible evolutions, such as running on arrows that were fired by other players. Fast climbing on vertical surfaces with the use of Shoko claws, or using Yari spears like a pole to jump over obstacles. Among many weapons in the player's arsenals, there will be katanas, short tantos, and I don't know what the fuck this is. What Wasashi blades?
Wakizashi blades.
Kashagimo chains.
Come on, Hokage.
Oh my god, come
on,
bro.
Hokage. Learn your Japanese.
If you're gonna appropriate their culture, at least know how to say their fucking words. Come on.
I know how to say that N-word.
Don't
get called.
Hey, yo, hold on.
Nice guys. These guys are some nice guys.
Hold on.
Shurikens, kunai, which are throwing knives, of course. Engaging close range combat will demand as much dexterity as tactics, close cooperation with teammates. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds kind of fucking fire.
This sounds heat.
Man. Yeah, I saw this. I was like, I'm so like, I'm so. I
This
don't
shit
even
better not play like Samurai Zero. I'm suing.
I'm gonna say I'm not gonna lie, it sounds a little like Samurai
It
Zero.
sounds a little similar. The only thing is this whole stealth action thing. It sounds like Tensho.
And they said you can run on arrows fired by other players, bruh. That sounds like the most disrespectful ass counter. That's gonna be some good clips.
Disrespectful. Yeah, that's ooh man, that's some Sekiro shit right there.
The only thing
I need to see this.
Yeah. I'm gonna dial it back though. I'm gonna dial it back here. Just gonna give a caveat. The only thing that I will say is, which developers were this? Were these it says Witcher 3 veterans, but it's like, what was their influence on Witcher 3? Did they have more?
Yeah, because sometimes it just be like lower end people who just like, oh, we left and we made a new studio, and they just use like, oh, we worked on Witcher, and it's like, well, you weren't like the director of the project. You were just like, oh, I just did some of the programming for it or something.
Yeah, you weren't the one.
Shit.
Yeah,
you know how people,
it's a lot of work. Granted,
if
there's their flowers from.
If there's one thing we know about humans is they have delusions of grandeur. They love to talk up more about their play and what they did in something. And I mean that's what a job resume is.
Everybody does that.
Yeah, so it's like you just don't know what their influence on is. So it's like I'm still gonna reserve judgment a little bit, but from the description, it sounds really cool. Doesn't sound it's gonna run in.
Oh no, they already said what they did. So Jacob, Ben, and Marcin. Ben was a cinematic artist and art team coordinator, and Mishkali, or whatever, I don't know how to say your last name, as an environmental artist, and later served as senior artist. So I mean, no, they put in work. I mean, cinematic artist and art team coordinator, that's a lot of good work. And then environmental artists and senior artists, they put in work.
First-person perspective online multiplayer game supporting PvP and co-op PvE built in Unreal Engine 5. Is there any unsurprising? There's no hint about when Dark Passenger's debut game will be the light of day. So yeah, don't get your hopes up. This one's we're probably not gonna see this for at least another couple of years. Yeah.
Samurai Zero will be on the market before this shit appears. That'll be good.
So yeah, just keep an eye out for Dark. The name of the studio is Dark Passenger. They've got a game coming. Google deflects all rumors. People are saying that they're going to shut down the Google Stadia. Google denies those rumors, saying the Google Stadia is not shutting down after rumors surfaced that their cloud-based gaming system was going to shut down. Regional Google manager recently said, long story short, Google is beginning that's what the original article was saying, that they were going to do their exit plan. They didn't have an exact date, but then they came out and they were like, nah, we're not going to do that. Stadia is not shutting down, they said on Twitter. Hold up, let me get the tweet. Google replied after these accusations out, and Stadia said, Stadia is not shutting down. Rest assured, we're always working on bringing more great games to the platform in Stadia Pro. Let us know if you have other questions. You guys want to know how I know this shit is going to shut down? We're like 2-3 years into the lifespan of the Stadia, and I still don't know how to say it. Is it Stadia?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Stadia.
Shit sucks.
Tomato.
Yeah. What's the name?
It's just get rid of it. Get rid of it, Google. Like I don't know how much money that you're losing, but I'm sure you lost some money. Remember when 2K came out and the 2K people were trying to play it and they couldn't find anybody in the park?
It's one person in the park because there's on separate servers.
Exactly. Like you messed up there. You're trying to further divide the market, and it just didn't work. Like we're just not ready for cloud gaming yet. Like you and Amazon, like we were talking about this off the podcast, but like we just aren't ready for it yet. Like it's going to take some more years for everybody to get on it.
The cloud gaming on Game Pass runs magnificent. The biggest problem with the Stadia was they didn't advertise it, but then also they had their own separate servers.
Yeah, you're not dividing the market though. And yeah, Microsoft isn't dividing the market with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Their biggest problem is they divided the market, but Microsoft isn't doing that. So I wouldn't say we're not there. Most people have decent internet now. I don't think
we're getting there.
That Samsung TV is coming out. I've heard nothing but positive things. I want to get one for a new TV.
You
could load the Game
I got a
Pass
Samsung TV too, but I don't have the newest one.
Yeah, it's for 2022 models and up. So maybe like next year I might get a new TV, and then when you laying in your bed, you literally can just boot games up. Baby. Yeah, that's kind of fire. But yeah, so guys, for all 2 people out there that still own the Google Stadia, don't worry, the servers are not being shut down. Any chance we'll see Samurai Zero on the Stadia, Ethos?
No comment.
My boy, PR trained. So fun fact, gaming does not affect your mental health. So a study was done a few years ago, back in 2020, right at the top of COVID. Done with 4,000 people, where they tested them to see if they felt happier after playing games, and the conclusion was that gamers felt happier. But Oxford University, that did that original one, they did another study where they got 39,000 participants, and they came to the conclusion after playing various online games such as Apex, Eve, Forza, Outriders, okay, that it does not affect your mental health. It does not make you happier. It does not make you sadder. So they basically countered their own goddamn argument. JG, when you play Outriders, did it affect your mental health?
It did. It made me very sad. I was like, why am I even wasting time playing this game that has no in-game content, no real in-game content? It affected my mental health a lot.
Jokes aside, I think if you're a mentally sound and healthy person with healthy relationships outside of a video game, a game will not affect your health. And I don't have any data to back this up. I just think if you have a world outside the goddamn internet, you'll be okay. But I would not be surprised if you didn't have a world outside the internet. You're more inclined to be affected by games. You're more inclined to rage, because if you're not good at that video game, then you probably feel like you're not good at anything else. But I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. What about you, Ethos?
Yeah.
Oh, great opinion, Ethos. Just yeah. Sounds like you need to play some Stray. To help you relax. You stressed out, buddy?
Nah, not stressed out.
Well,
Okay.
Not yet. I will be soon.
Oh my goodness. Why are we still having these studies, man? Just let people enjoy their goddamn games.
Well, I mean, I think that there's once again an agenda that's about to be pushed, and they're about to make another run to go after the video game industry and say that video games are doing more harm than good. I mean, that's why they said that gaming is, officially classified as a mental illness. So that's why I think that they're trying to really, really blame video games for something once again. So then the government's going to get involved, and it's going to be the same old song and dance. I see it.
Storm the ESRB headquarters.
Shout out mental illness.
Oh my God.
This guy, shout it out, dog.
Shout out mental illness.
So rest assured, the evidence says from Oxford University, if you play games, if your mom and dad are telling you it's messing with your brain, this article says that's not true. So yeah, play your games, enjoy them. Don't feel guilty. Just remember to wash your ass and wash your hands, because being a gamer is never an excuse to having poor hygiene. Just like it's never an excuse for Twitch to say no vaccines and no masks. Just come on through knowing that most of them don't have good hygiene. You guys have anything else you want to add to the show before we wrap this one up?
Shout outs to Joe Biden. He caught a body today.
What? I saw he got COVID again.
Nah, they killed the Al Qaeda leader. They got his ass.
Joe Biden did it himself.
Yeah, apparently, he pulled up with the blicky. He got him.
Put up with a gun.
This guy, man. I know.
Call that boy after 2 decades of playing hide and seek. They got his ass. Yeah.
Put him like a battlefield mission. I guess not. Well, JG, you got the show floor. What's your closing statement for Game Illuminati episode 131?
And shout out to everybody for listening. Shout out to everybody that's watching this on YouTube. I mean, he already mentioned the TwitchCon thing. It's like, damn, like I want to go to a convention, but I can't deal with it, dog. Y'all gotta fix these vaccination things. Like COVID is still out there. Literally every event besides Comic-Con, because they actually did it correctly. Like everybody come back and say they got COVID. I'm like, bro, this shit ain't cool. It's still out there, yo. So we gotta get it together, because I'm really trying to get out there and travel with my guys again. We vlogging and stuff. Y'all said that y'all enjoyed it. If you haven't checked it out, again, shameless plug, check out the vlog that I did on the GI Updates channel, and check out the vlog that TBH did for Comic-Con on his channel, the Black Okage. But like, we trying to get back and do stuff like that again. Like we got some plans that we still trying to do, dog. So we still making sure that we're safe, but y'all got to make sure y'all do y'all part as well. And part of that is for these big ass conventions, when there's a lot of people, get these vaccination and mask mandates in order. I don't give a fuck no more, bro. Stop. We're not trying to be sick out here. We're trying to have fun.
Do you have anything else you want to say besides shout no Joe Biden ethos?
Hey, shout out to the random person that recognized me in a Digimon tournament, bro. Appreciate the support.
You played in a Digimon tournament recently?
Yeah.
In person?
Yep.
It was a card? You talking about a card game?
Yeah, the TCG that came out in 2020.
What a nerd.
Yeah, but a GI fan recognized me. Even though I was wearing a mask, they heard my voice, and it came up to me and was like, "Your voice sounds familiar. Are you Ethos from GI?" I said, "Oh, god damn it!" I said, I was like, "Oh,
you recognize my rare Agumon? Oh my goodness!
God damn, not my Agumon deck."
You saw my shiny from across the room.
Nah, but he was cool. He, dapped him up. He said, say he was a big fan, appreciated, loves the podcast, and then he asked me if I finished One Piece, and then I walked away.
They're always viewers are always cool. I've never met a rude viewer in real life.
Not one. Yeah,
Facts.
Cool.
Weirdos live on the internet.
Yep.
That's true. Hey, shout out to a guy. I saw a guy. He actually works at the Wisdom Gaming studio, and he recognized me as well. He said he actually saw me on the VIP list. He's like, "Oh shit, JG pulling up." No, I was like, "Yo," I was like, "Yeah, bless, bro."
Yeah, shout out to all y'all, bro. Shout out to all y'all listening. We appreciate y'all.
Oh shit, JG big ass head can fit on his list. That's crazy. Make sure to keep sending them memes in of JG.
Yeah, that's great. Hey,
you know what you're talking about. Go look at Homeless Twitter, look at JG Twitter, look at my Twitter.
Cooking you, boy, all day.
All day, bro.
Get the memes.
No, that fucking Fall Guys meme, that shit had me fall on my seat, dog. I could not stop laughing when I saw that picture, dog. That shit was great.
They wildin', dog.
Love to see it. But yeah, this has been Gaming Illuminati episode 131. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to hit the like button if you're watching at youtube.com/GI updates. If you're listening to the audio version on Apple or Spotify, Spotify. Be sure to rate the show 5 stars because your 5-star rating helps us move up the algorithm. Other than that, we appreciate you once again, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Game and Illuminati podcast. Peace.